Introducing the 49th state. Fellow Rhode Islanders, it's time to face facts. Our lovely state is in trouble. Little Rhodey's condition is the inverse of the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There are major issues of high unemployment, horrible rankings for business climate, plus state and local financial crisis with no discernible solutions. We have become the little engine that couldn't. It is all broke, and we don't seem to know how to fix it. I say, how about a merger? Not a hostile takeover, but creating a new entity born from the strength of two neighbors, Rhode Island and Connecticut. No way the parochials on both sides of the current border will scream, let's block out the cacophony and look at the mutual benefits. Immediately, there will be unique opportunities for some of Rhode Island's most iconic companies. Imagine the Alex and Ani Aquarium of Mystic. It would only be a matter of time. How successful would Dell's lemonade stands be at every service rest area on the Merritt Parkway? Think of the business the heavy hitter attorney Rob Levine could muster just from accidents at the New Haven Route 95 and Route 91 merger. Politically, Rhode Island suffers from our lack of punch. Who in Washington, D.C. cares about a paltry 4 electoral votes? How can a mere 2-person representation in the House accomplish much in a body with 435 members? We rank 43rd in population and are one of the very few states which have experienced a decline in residents in the past decade, putting even our minuscule representative number at risk. Merged with Connecticut, we'd have a population of more than 4,600,000 residents, making us 25th in size. More importantly, we would have 9 electoral votes and 7 House members. In this formula, compared to their current status, Connecticut gains 2 electoral votes and 2 representatives. A political win-win. Economically, Connecticut shines. According to the Bureau of Business and Economic Research, it ranks first in per capita income at $59,000 per person. Surprisingly, Rhode Island does not fare too poorly in this metric, coming in at a decent 15th with $45,000 per capita. There are a number of folks quietly making good money in our state. However, nothing like the mavens from Fairfield County, the Gold Coast of Connecticut. Most of these Wall Street barons and hedge fund hotshots have rebounded nicely from the Great Recession and are once again practically printing money. What a boon they would be to our economy. But with all of Rhode Island's woes, you may ask, what's in it for Connecticut? 2 words, beaches and tourists. For a state whose entire southern border is coastline, Connecticut has an embarrassing paucity of beaches. That's why we Rhode Islanders can't get into our own state beach in Musquamacut unless we arrive before 8 a.m. We sit on Atlantic Avenue in our overheating cars, swearing at all the Connecticut license plates filling up our lot. Oh, Connecticut tries hard, calling spits of land like Homanasset and Adawan beaches. But they are not fooling anyone. With the merger, they can also lay claim to the wonders of South County. I know it doesn't technically exist. Newport, Little Compton, and Tiverton. As for tourism, Connecticut would go from flat line to full vibrancy. Really, how many people a year can you draw to that Mark Twain home in Hartford? I bet more tourists eat at the Brick Alley Pub in Newport in 1 month than find their way in a year to Samuel Clemens' part-time residence in Connecticut. For this obvious merger to work, some petty but potentially contentious speed bumps would have to be navigated. What to call this combined entity? I suggest the new 49th state, addition by subtraction, be named Fairland. Fair plays homage to the economic engine Fairfield County, which will drive the new state, while land denotes the beautiful scenic landscape which Rhode Island brings to this marriage. As to the state nickname, common sense should prevail. Nutmeg State versus Ocean State? Even the most ardent Connecticut native should admit defeat here. Fairland's capital city? My vote is Hartford. It is more centrally located. But cheer up, Providence. One reason to give the nod to Hartford is because Providence can still survive as a nice, sometimes vibrant, mid-sized city, while Hartford, never fully recovered from the shrinkage in the insurance industry, needs the cachet a capital status can bring to remain relevant. Which elected officials should govern? Well, you could field a football team, both offensive and defensive squads, with Connecticut and Rhode Island pals, who have done the perp walk in the past 2 decades. So let's start fresh and declare new elections for all positions. Time is wasting. We'll have lots of signs to change and license plates to make. Fairland, the 49th state.